Sorry for not putting out my wide receiver rankings like I said I was going to. Shit's just been crazy, but whatever. That's not what we're here to talk about. Baker Mayfield was just traded from the Browns to the Panthers, so we're going to be discussing that impact on fantasy football, what it does for the Browns and for the Panthers. This just happened, so I haven't really processed a lot of it yet, so just going to give my initial thoughts on it. Also, those rankings will be coming out very soon. Just give me time. It's very time consuming, and my birthday just happened. 4th of July just happened. Just a lot of stuff going on. We'll get to it. Don't worry. All right. But Baker, let's start with the Panthers first. So Baker himself probably still won't be a super viable starting quarterback option, especially not in one quarterback leagues. In super flex leagues, maybe as your third quarterback, he could be. Maybe on streaming weeks, he could be your second quarterback. But realistically, Baker's not going to be a needle mover, not going to make a significant difference for them. I think it does solidify Christian McCaffrey as the number 2 running back. This is probably the best quarterback he's had, unfortunately, since he had MVP Cam, or I don't know if his MVP year lined up with Christian McCaffrey, but beginning of Christian's career, end of Cam's career in Carolina, that was the best quarterback he's had, and that was somebody who ran the ball a lot, took away goal line opportunities, so now he's going to have someone who, can do that, but that's not what he does. So their offense will be better regardless. I don't know. There's definitely still people that are going to be worried about the injury thing with CMC, because that's the main reason why he wasn't up there. But like I've said, I don't think you can really try to predict injury, and it's not like he's had torn ACLs, different ligament damage. So Baker Mayfield there, Christian McCaffrey, easy running back 2 now. Their offense is going to be better, and that's why he's solidified there. Now, it's not going to be significantly better, but it will be better. It's not going to be worse. So there will be a slight bump for everybody, but it's not going to put, DJ Moore as a top 10 wide receiver or anything like that. Speaking of, let's talk about DJ Moore. He's going to get an upgrade, obviously. I guess depending where you had him, some people already had him pretty high, but I had him, I think, here, let me pull up my rankings. All right, I had DJ Moore right around that 16 to 19 wide receiver range. He's definitely going to go up. I could see him going as high as wide receiver 13, kind of right behind the Keenan Allen, AJ Brown range, but I'm going to have to sit and think about it a bit more, but that area, the 13 to 15, I think that's probably where I'm going to see him or take him. I've always been just a massive fan of DJ Moore and his talent, so the fact that he's going to get a serviceable quarterback for once is definitely going to help him out. He's been an absolute stud. If you look at his targets and his production, he just always struggled getting in the end zone, and with a better offense and a slightly better quarterback, that's definitely going to go up. He's never had more than 4 receiving touchdowns in a year. I'm pretty sure he's going to get more than that, so definitely an upgrade for DJ Moore, but Baker's not the huge needle mover to put him as a top 10, top 8 wide receiver, where I think DJ Moore has that potential, but he needs a quarterback in the offense to go along with it. And while Baker is an upgrade, he's not that big of an upgrade. It's also going to be pretty funny to see Robbie Anderson and how that plays out, because he tweeted about not wanting Baker. So seeing that relationship is going to be quite funny. The other people on the team, including Robbie, not that significant. So not really going to talk about them much. Going to move on to the Browns. I think the Browns are probably cursed because they screwed over Baker, their first quarterback that ever won for them. And the fact that they signed Deshaun, bad juju, in my opinion. But actually, we have no idea what's going on with Deshaun, so a lot of this is still reliant on what happens with his sentencing, because it's definitely safe to assume he's going to get suspended. Just for how long? It's going to be 6 games, 8 games, the whole season. That's what's really going to make it. And the fact that they still had Baker made me put everyone a little bit higher, because even if Deshaun wasn't going to play, I figured they would find a way to get that to work and Baker would play for them while Deshaun came back. But now that's obviously not going to happen. So what? Jacoby Brissett or Josh Dobbs is going to lead them? I don't really think so. So everyone is going to have to lower until we figure out what goes on with Deshaun, because it's not going to be there. So Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt are both going to have to go down. Nick Chubb will probably, I had him at 13. He still will probably be in the teens because he's just way too good of a talent to not be. But he's definitely going to be going low-end teens, I think. And if Deshaun gets sentenced for the entire year, which is looking more and more likely, he's going to keep going down. I had Kareem Hunt in the back end of the 20s, around 27, 28. He's probably going to have to drop too. There's just no way that this offense is going to be any good without Baker or Deshaun. And there are people that rely on efficiency. And while Baker has never been elite, his play action, all of that kind of stuff just works with the offense so well, and their offensive line did get a little bit worse this year. So I just don't see I could have really any faith in these people. And then Amari Cooper, Amari Cooper just signed there. We haven't seen him play with anyone on the Browns, and he doesn't have anyone throwing him to a ball in an already run-heavy offense. Amari Cooper is going way down. Unless Deshaun comes back in like the first 6 weeks or earlier, Amari Cooper is going way down my board. I don't know where exactly. He might fall into the 30s. I had him at 21 right now. He might... looking at this, yeah, he might fall right around that 30 range. I don't really know. Not someone I'm particularly interested in because I don't think he has much of upside. It's all dependent on Deshaun. Like I've said over and over again, he comes back, it'll change everything. But if he doesn't, then a low upside person that late, like at that point, I just want to take shots on high upside people for the most part. So kind of a bummer for the Browns, but they were never someone that I personally was super interested in. I had never been a big fan of having players on their team, just given the way that they split their backfield and they don't pass the ball. It's just never been super enticing to me, but I guess it just solidifies that more for me. But I get there is a slight boost to the Panthers, so I guess give and take. We're going to have to wait, obviously, like I've said, to see what happens with Deshaun. I'm going to make another video when that happens with whatever sentencing there and how that affects everyone else around them, because that is going to first give us a lot of clarity, and then second probably lead to other moves being made, because a lot of people have kind of been waiting on that. So just got to wait for that. All right, but yeah, those are my first initial takes on this trade. Let me know what you think. Gonna be dropping more ranking videos soon, probably another mock draft next week, so stay tuned for that. Until then, peace.